Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Celebrity Cars. And one of my favorite, let's see if these headlights go up and down without making any noise. They make no noise. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Celebrity Cars. We're located just down the street from all the shiny lights in Las Vegas. And come here if you're on vacation. Come see some fancy cars that we've got going on here. We also run a car show every single Saturday morning. Go to celebritycars.com to find out about it when you come here to visit in town. Yeah, folks, the 2000 WS6 Trans Am. It's amazing. This particular car is in amazing shape. 24,007 miles on the odometer. I'm your living, breathing condition report here at Celebrity Cars. I collect cars just like this. They're Formula Firebirds instead of Trans Ams. I'm going to leave this rag in my hand in case I go to touch the car. Folks, we know the guy who owned this car really, really well. It's a massive Pontiac person. He's got photos of the last couple of weeks of dressing up this car, not so much dressing it up mechanically. Rear diff fluid change, all the brake lines flushed, radiator flushed. It couldn't be in better shape or a better running 2000 WS6 Trans Am. I'm going to go over here and close the garage door. So yeah, me being your living, breathing condition report guy, I'm the guy that goes over chips and scratches and if there's any curb rash and does a door panel not line up? Is there one red that doesn't look like the other red? All those things. Folks, I've had a couple red cars, just the same red, and even though it had a couple chips and scratches on it, you couldn't see it because this is just so darn red. But I know we've got some collectors out there, and with this kind of a low mileage vehicle, you're going to want to know details. So following this video, you're going to see a pretty cool undercarriage video that's going to knock your socks off because just underneath is pretty much just as clean as up here. You know, that rear axle's got that little patina on it from just being bare steel all of its life, but it's really nothing. It's really nothing. All the lines underneath, the paint underneath is all there. It's not heavily watermarked from, you know, not doing it for a long time. This car goes up on the lift, clean it for car shows. This is the nice one, folks. Okay, so let's see. I'm going to start at the front of this guy today. Folks, this is a 2000 model. This is the third year they had the LS1 in after the LT1 motor, and there were 2 more years after this, and they changed just a hair over the last couple of years, but not a whole lot. Got a tad more horsepower out of some of these motors, but I mean we're talking peanuts. Anyway, folks, I normally start in the beginning of the car. This is the front end of this WS6 Trans Am. This is where the environment has met this car for the last 23, 24 years, and 23 years exactly, and there's not a whole lot to show. But I'm going to bring you in. That's what we do. Quincy's the fanciest guy with the camera, and although from what you're looking at right now, it probably looks pretty much darn mint, doesn't it? Oh, probably looks painted, doesn't it? Okay, well, this is, you only get this from here, okay? Because you could shop for these cars elsewhere all over the internet, because folks, there's plenty of these out there. It really is. In this shape, maybe like 2%, okay? They just, you know, people drive them, they don't clean them properly, they go to sell them, and we find the undercarriage is awful and not in a climate control garage, and the undercarriage just be eaten to death, and cracks in door panels and all that kind of stuff. We're gonna get to that and see if this one has any. But folks, Quincy, come on in here, and we're gonna hum across the headlights to start. You're gonna notice that there's probably a little over a dozen small little chips. They're super small. You can't see them until you get really up close to the car, like I said, because it's so bright red. And we're going to cruise right across here, Quincy, if we could. I don't see a whole lot to point out. Every once in a while, I'll see a small little mark in the clear coat, which just pretty much means, you know, needs to be detailed so that some of those little marks go away. there are the faintest little, these are pretty good. You could see these. This is metal. So it's a little easier for chips to happen on this. This is metal. This is all that composite plastic, and fiberglass up here. So this is, the things will bounce off of these things a little easier. So these little marks, I mean, I'll point this one out right there. I mean, it's okay. That's as extreme as we get up here on the nose. So all these little ones, look, Quincy's got this fancy camera. It's like a magnifying lens. If you're sitting here, you only see like 1, 2, that one, and then you move over here to the headlight, and I'm gonna say that there's another dozen or a little over a dozen little itty bitty chips in this headlight as well. They're very minor. Again, you don't see it unless you get really, really up close. Now down here back down on this bumper, we have just every once in a while, I see one. Okay, am I gonna, point them all out? Well, I don't really think that's necessary. I'm pretty sure you got the idea from the camera. Come all the way down here to these, to the front of this bumper, and all these all these carved outs for this Trans Am nose down here. All of them are in beautiful shape. I was already underneath this car. There's little to no scrapes underneath the front of this. So that's what you're gonna see in the video yourself. There's a small little chip there to point out. There's a small itty bitty, folks, these are smaller than pinheads, but they're there, and I'm pointing them out to you just so you know. Now, and there you pretty much have it. Over here is beautiful. These lights work good. You saw that when I drove in. I probably didn't have the fog lights on when I pulled. Were these on when I came in? I don't think so. Okay, I'll turn them back on in a couple minutes. But over here, this whole front bumper is beautiful. Everything lines up exactly the way it should, because this car's never been played with, it's never been taken apart, it's never been painted, and never any of those things. So we kind of sort of have perfection up here. The ram air nostrils are in good shape. These little inlets can get scratched up real good from cleaning them with a dirty towel, because it's like the last thing you think of. And they're just barely a mark in here, and everything is just melds so wonderfully. It's all just one single red. Okay, come on up here onto the hood, and we've got a small nick there, small there, small there, and small there, and a light abrasion in the clear coat that I can see. Okay, I'm gonna keep looking around here. Barely anything over here. Okay, so sorry for the blip in the recording. Something took a crap battery-wise, and we're back. Okay, so yeah, there's a light mark in the clear coat that goes down here. I have a feeling just a piece of dirt was in a microfiber towel and kind of did that. So a detailer will be able to get that out. It's not going to be there forever. It's not I can't put my finger, you know what it is. Okay. All along here is beautiful. All this, let's head on down below here. Okay, folks, notice the juncture of the reds. It's in a great, great condition. Also the juncture of the reds from down here, and the aerodynamics and the rest of the red. I mean, it all matches up really, really sharp. While I'm down here, this front wheel. Okay, come on over here, Quincy. The slightest little abrasion right there. You wouldn't notice it unless I was rubbing my finger on it and pointed it out. So other than that, look at this wheel. Look at the barrel. Look at the brakes. I mean, how well kept this car has been. Okay, now I'm looking for other little chips. You know why? Because I know there's some. So I'm gonna kind of look pretty heavy here, work my way down. There's an itty bitty one right there. Quincy, I wouldn't even bother. It's so small. You know what I do want? Folks, attention to detail with this one. Sorry, I gotta grab my phone and its flashlight. Because sometimes I just can't see as well. Okay. The Trans Am logo looks brand new. The side molding looks terrific. All the way across here, look at that. Smallest little mark right there. Beautiful, board straight, clean. Amazing. Okay, now I'm above the weather stripping. And around the door lock. Up here where you rest your arm. Man, this is a good looking car. Okay, open up the door. I see a small little rub right there. See that? That's it. Itty bitty. Come on out here. Itty bitty right there. And an itty bitty right there. They didn't hit anything. That's just, you know, getting in and out of the car. But it's not, here's all your records, your RPO codes, all the original badging. It's never been removed or moved around. Look how clean this door is. Okay, we'll get into all the rest of that in just a moment. Okay. Up and around, nothing. Very, very small pinhead, little chip right there. I'm pointing them all out, folks. I am. I want you to be comfortable with your purchase. There's another little itty bitty one right there. Look how small they are. Look how picky I'm being. I shouldn't be this picky, but it's the way it goes. A little bit of tar that wasn't removed, kind of slapped up on here, a little gumminess. Slight mark right here. And a slight mark, white spot right here. Oh, no, that was just wax. It's gone. Slight mark right there. And down here, come on back here, Quincy, over my right shoulder, if you would. I didn't clean this. I meant to. See, this has never been abused. It's all nice and clean right here. This will be all caked up with rubber all over the place. And while I'm here, perfect wheel. Perfect inside the whole wheel housing here. And Quincy, one more time. Oh, you know what? I don't need to do that because you're going to see the undercarriage video. Never mind. Okay. Some wax that didn't come off. All this is good. Wonderful. Super nice and clean. Now, this is the only metal in the car, folks. This is where you can get some dings. And there aren't any dings in this car. Not even kind of. Okay. Let's just stay down here. Let's get this back bumper taken care of. Okay, so this back bumper, there's no spider webbing. There's no chunk taken out of the back and the corner. Nobody backed in anything back here. Nobody backed into it lightly and then created the spider web corner. None of that stuff. There's no chips back here. There's no nothing. Still has that patinaed orange peel on the back bumper that, you know, you hit that with a good polish, and a lot of that kind of sort of goes away. But, you know, General Motors and the orange peel, that's the way it goes. It never bothered me any. Okay, back here. Is this just wax? That's just wax. All underneath here is beautiful. Again, we're going to see this on the video. We're following this one. There's a light, super light little mark in the clear coat back here. It's super, super light. If I didn't have a light on it, you wouldn't see it at all. All back here, the letters are terrific. The tail lights are pretty much in mint condition. The center panel back here, pretty much in mint condition. The rear backup lights are in mint condition. All this honeycomb is in fabulous shape. Okay, exhaust outlets are nice and clean too. Okay, all back here, this panel back here is I get picky about this right here because this is where you grab it and close it and your hand's dirty and you scratch this all up. There's nothing. And this spoiler is superb. A little bit of patina in this brake light back here. Quincy, if you don't mind. Just a little bit of a fog up in this brake light, but it's very, very super minor. And while we're back here, I'm looking at this paint all along here as well, down on this cavity, and please notice the rear glass is perfect. We got books, and we got a window sticker back here too. We'll get to that when we open up the car. Okay, around here, there's no, nothing along here. It's just beautiful. Okay, gonna keep moving. Back here, this reflector's in perfect shape. Look at this, look at these lines. And then once again, no dings. No little dings, no weird, nothing. Okay, I'm gonna go up here, I'm gonna look for some chips. I've got, okay, here's two right here. 1, 2. Very so slight, like I said with red. Boy, it's very difficult to see, but 1, 2. Okay. And then down here along the bottom, oh, okay. I never noticed this. Okay, folks, come on down here, Quincy, if you could. Down here on this lower skirt over here, we have some, I'm gonna say, very minor cracks. If you could see them in the light. Can you see them, Quincy? You can't see those in the, let me back off my light. Come over my right shoulder, maybe? Okay. Yeah, folks, it's very mild, but it's there, and I wanted to let you know about it. Okay. Moving forward. All around the door again. Beautiful. No chips, no chunks, no nothing. The bump guard, beautiful shape. Super small chip right there. Now, when I go over super small chips, folks, I'll be clear. Quincy, you're like, oh, let me see. It's not big enough. I'm just telling you about it. It's not big enough to film. Trust me, I'll show you the ones that need to be filmed. Folks, this is beautiful. Got a whole lot of nothing. I didn't look at the side mirror over there, but I presume it's pretty good. This one's, here we have a small little black mark right there and there. Sorry about my dirty finger. Itty bitty marks right there. Yeah. They're small chips, folks. Okay. This front fender, little inlet right there, it's all in good shape. A little bit of wax crud, a little bit of wax crud. All this is beautiful in here. Did I look at that last wheel? I didn't. The mildest of marks right here. I've never seen them like that before. Right there, just itty bitty. Who cares, to be honest with you? The rest of it is perfect. Look how clean these wheels are. It's awesome. Okay, let's look at this back one here real quick. Make sure I didn't miss anything. Okay, the smallest, ooh. Okay, Quincy, come on over here. Down here, folks. Yeah, we got a slight curb rash right there. Now, folks, I've owned many of these wheels. This bugs the crap out of you. You can get this repaired. It's very easy. Okay, some of these you can't. And then there's a itty bitty little mark right there that catches my fingernail. Okay, all right. Moving on, front fender. Let's just get it all the way up and around the bend, back down to the ground. Got a little bit of wax to clean up. Okay, and let's just look at the top of this hood. We've already seen those. Good, okay. Now let's look at this front windshield. You can tell this car has never been over, a gajillion miles an hour because this would be all peppered up. And there's just very, very light marks from just normal driving. Please also notice these, this is probably just a little bit of wax in there, but look at the condition of these black panels as well, windshield wiper panels. They haven't faded and they're all in good shape. Now, if you look through the windshield, you're gonna notice a cover over the dash. I'm pretty sure there's no cracks in this dash, but there's a carpet cover over the dash to protect it. And I think it's kind of sort of half attached. We'll see if we can get it off once we get in there. Okay, side mirror, wonderful. This mirror, perfect. T-top number 1, passenger side, in beautiful shape. Let's inspect it just a little bit further. Super nice and clean, a lot cleaner than I thought it would be. Top's in great shape. Everything does what it's supposed to do. Now, folks, the infamous bubbling of the sail panel. from cars made from 1998 until 2002. If you own one of these cars and it's got 6 miles on it, there's still a really good chance that you're going to see some light bubbling in the panels. This is just what happened. It's nothing bad happened except for a company who put these tops on. They used the wrong glue, didn't know it was the wrong glue, and over the years it started to eat its way up through the top of the panel. So that's what's going on here. And let's see, up here is pretty clear. Oh, this is half decent. There's some bubbling along here. You know, quite a few along here. There's a light abrasion in this as well. It's just in the clear coat. So I'm pretty sure a polish right here will make that little mark of clear coat. In case you can see that, I can see that. But you'll notice this little disease, if you will. It's just from glue. And it eats its way up, and it's on every single vehicle. I bought one of these cars, a 2000 WS6 Formula. When I bought it, there was no bubbling. A year later, bubbling. So it will happen to your car. You can replace these and put new glue in, and it's rather expensive and kind of a pain in the ass, but it can be done. But this isn't so bad. Nothing has bled through. There's no cracks. There's no clear coat peeling. It's still, from 5-10 feet, looks like, you know, a brand new car. So there's no, you know, pulling up, and, you know, there's just little bubbles going on as we speak here with this one. Okay. Driver's side T-top. Nice and clean. You can see these visors here too. Look at the condition of those. That's always a good way to look at these cars too, and the kind of environment they've been kept in, because normally those visors are all beat the heck up. Okay, we're almost going to climb in the car. We're going to finish up with this glass. We're going to finish up with here. We didn't look at this. Wow, there's nothing on this one. This side of the windshield, we're in great shape. This is still nice and black. Okay, it is time to climb in now. I'm going to open up both doors. We're just having fun with batteries today, folks. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, you bought yourself a Trans Am. You pretty much got leather. I'm pretty sure it was 99.9% of the Trans Ams got themselves some leather. So, black leather in this one. To be honest with you folks, I don't know if I've ever seen a black leather Trans Am before, or have I paid attention to it, or any of those things. So this is pretty cool to see this. Let's talk bolster, folks. It's this car's got how many miles on it? 27. It shows it. You could tell that somebody's been in and out of the car, but there's no. Look at this. Look at these panels down here. Seats still work. Lumbar button, blah, 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 all those things. I'm not sure if these things work. I'll play with these in a couple minutes. But this one works. The inner panel here on top of the side skirt, all in here, look, it's perfect. There's no big heavy marks getting in and out of the car. You can see this plastic piece right here. You can see this plastic piece right here. It's barely banged up. It shouldn't be, because it's a low mileage vehicle. So we're all in good shape. This gasket right here is loaded with moisture. See that? See it bend in my hand? It's perfect. It's perfect. See all this? This is actually moist. So awesome. Awesome. Steering wheel's in great shape. Now I'm going to, Quincy, come back on over here if you will. Folks, also look at the carpet. Carpet's wonderful. No, this car does not come with his Trans Am floor mats. We don't know where they are. You're going to have to go get yourself some of those. But in the meantime, look at this protection. That's been there since the current guy bought it. So excellent protection. Now let's look at this door panel. See a crack here? Nope, me neither. For you Trans Am Firebird guys, all of this is in beautiful shape. Still got moisture in it. All the controls are as good as new. All down here is beautiful. Speakers are in great shape. Oh yeah, by the way, speakers. All these speakers have been upgraded. Same size, just a little better speaker. Just wanted to tell you that. All right, now you climb in here. Boy, the seat feels really good. Steering wheel's in perfect shape. Now, here's your here's your deal. I'm gonna pull this up. I don't know how it's mounted here. Oh, it's little Velcro things. Okay, I can pull the Velcro thing up. All here, looks good. Come on back in here, Quincy, if you, oh, unless you see it in there better.
I can see it.
So yeah, we got little gummy things here for Velcro. Folks, it's protection, okay? It's protection. I'm pretty sure that panel up there is in great shape. This isn't here to cover anything up. I will double check, but I don't want to pull all this all the way up. But look at the dash, it's in beautiful shape. And again, we've got a little gummy thing here. Folks, man, a car like this, and you know how they can crack any minute sometimes, I just leave that alone. The center console, this is beautiful and black still. Inside here is in great shape. Nobody spilled anything in here. This has never been used, the cigarette area. The whole shift knob here, this is a Hurst shifter, I believe. This came with the Hurst shifter, I think, short. I can't remember what you call this. Well, what's the matter with me? You got your traction control system here. Apparently this works to charge your battery because this has been left in here to charge 2 phones. And then down here, all this is in good shape. But some of you didn't know that there was even a cup holder there. And that's in great shape. Inside the glove box, okay, we have some things that you don't need to know about. I got my lock. Look at that, still in its original bag. All right, these things don't need to be in the car. All right, passenger seat is in lovely condition. Barely looks like anybody's even been in and out of it. Once again, plenty of moisture. The carpets, all in good shape, well protected. All this is great shape. There's no broken anything. Over here, there's just barely a mark from this seatbelt going back and forth. This is all, that always happens. And over here, there's barely a mark from the seatbelt going back and forth. Looking up at the headliner's completely intact. There's nothing falling down, and we're in great shape. And these, like I mentioned, your visors are in just about as new. And there's no light up in here though. Okay. Oh, so we have a stock sound system in here. I did tell you about the upgraded speakers. It has a cassette player and it has a 10-disc CD changer in the back. 10, 12, I don't know. The CD changer's in the back. So it did come equipped and ordered with the CD changer, and it still works, and it's in the back. All right. Let's look in the back seat here real quick. Shove the stuff in my back pocket. Okay, underneath carpet back here. It's just beautiful. These seats are perfect. Nobody stored anything in these seats. Oh, well, somebody did put something right here because there's a little dimple right there. This is from somebody putting a box back here in the corner of a box, gets in there and it dimples it up a little bit. No big deal, but it's there. You guys, all you guys that are F-body, if you're not an F-body fan, you certainly haven't followed me through all of this video. I see a real slight stain here, maybe from a light coffee or something like that. This is just a cleanup. It all feels new. I can just kind of see a slight discoloration right here in the carpet, but I know can be cleaned out. Back here looks good. There's no big scratches on the back of the seats, and these are still all nice and fresh and not getting ready to, you know, fall off because they had big magazines and stuff like that shoved in them, and water and all that stuff. Okay, let me come over there, Quincy. Don't leave. Check this out, folks. Door number 2. See a crack? Nope, me either. Not even kind of. Wow. Okay. All this is in great shape. A little shiny something right there. I'll clean that up. Okay, back over here. This is not a power seat except for these buttons. Oh, okay. Awesome. Okay, these 2 buttons work. We're gonna double check those when we get in the car and go for a drive. Because yeah, we're gonna drive this one. All right, let me grab this right here. Move the seat back. Oh, it is back. It's back as far as it'll go. Okay, let's look underneath this carpet. We're in great shape. Look at this. exactly like the driver's side. That little dimple right there, I have them in my cars. Okay, they are supposed to be there. Either that or it's the first place to fault. There's a little cut right there. In my cars, I have them there as well. I thought something bad was going on. It doesn't matter. Folks, this is, you know, you can clearly see this has never been apart or put back together, and this is so nice. All the rubber, all this is in great shape. And passenger side. Did we do this already? We did, sorry. Okay. All right, so got that done. Let's look at the motor. Get your LS1 in here. And there you go. There's no crud buildup anywhere. No rusty bolts. No heavily dirty areas. Look, this is as bad as it gets because, you know, we all know this is a pain in the butt to clean down there. You don't exactly want to stick a hose down there or anything like that, so it's just a little dusty. Perfect shape. Beautiful. Beautiful. Up underneath. All in good shape. Original stickers, original airbox. And all over here looks perfect. New battery. Folks, the new on this car is kind of crazy as well, because, you know, new brakes, new battery, all the new fluids. It's just wonderful, wonderful shape. Nothing's missing, and everything looks exactly the way it should. Now, in case you haven't found this on the internet yet at celebritycars.com, that's where you find about 80 pictures of this car. Excuse me. And kind of a read all about it. But this will help. You can pause your video right here real quick. There's the window sticker. I'm looking to see what it says for the AM radio, auto reverse cassette, graphic equalizer, clock, 10 speaker, premium sound. I don't see a CD. I don't see a CD changer on here. Can I not see things? Can I not read right now? There's a graphic equalizer, remote, monsoon, peak power, 10 speaker premium sound, steering wheel controls, optional package radio. Jeez, yeah, I know it's there. I was just looking for the window sticker to say that it was in here. Okay, well, regardless. Okay, here's your window sticker, folks, when it was brand new. And there's a 12-disc CD player down here. And I was told it works. Here's where you put your T-tops down in here. They're not all banged up. So I guess the T-tops haven't been off that many times because this would be all banged up from in and out and in and out. Look how straight this is. All these black plastic pieces around the speakers are in terrific shape. Gaskets work good, obviously, because it's still up. Here's your Pontiac book. There's another Pontiac book under here with, I would presume, all the 2000 models. Great book. Great book. Shows you, this is when you were at the dealership ordering it, and the wheels that you could look at and stuff like that. Pretty cool. Okay, I'm gonna leave that stuff right here. You can see that, oh, I'll move this just in case you're thinking that something's wacky with the carpet. Perfect carpet. Yep, that's all good. Okay, up underneath here is good. Bam! Folks, your 2000 WS6 Trans Am, 6-speed, black leather, red, T-tops. It's beautiful. We're gonna go for a ride in it right now. Quincy's gonna follow me. We're gonna go through the gears, we're gonna go through the brakes, and we're gonna make sure everything this does everything it's supposed to do. We'll be right back. Folks, here we are, 2000 Trans Am WS6. My eyes are looking around, see if I see any other weird things like broken buttons or anything like that. Nothing. But I will clear something up. I was wrong on the miles. I think I said 27. This car has 24,000 miles on it. That's it. 24,007. So extremely low mileage Trans Am, and it shows it everywhere you look. It is currently running, I'll shut it off. No modification to the exhaust, no fancy air cleaner, none of that stuff. Airbag blinks at me twice. Service engine thing came on for a hot second because that's what happens when you start these cars, and now there's nothing. There's nothing except showing me except you know, the mileage in digital. That's it. The rest of it, every gauge works. Everything gauge works just fine. Got a half tank of gas. Gonna put the clutch in. Gotta get first gear. We're gonna get up to about 45 miles an hour, and we're gonna hit the brakes pretty good. 40 miles an hour, hit the brakes. 3, 2, and 1. Car does everything it's supposed to do. Great lean, great suspension. I love these cars. Back on the gas. Gonna hang out in first gear. Gonna make a right around the building here. We got 2 speed bumps. Like to go over the speed bumps to see if I hear anything weird going on elsewhere. Nothing. Clutch is perfect. Motor sounds great. That typical valve tap, can barely hear it, if there is one at all, that you get when you first start it up. Notorious for that. Okay, second gear. Off we go. Fourth gear, fifth gear. My foot's on the brake. My right turn signal's on. Down in the second. Not one rattle. No weird clunks. Still in second gear. This is a perfectly running 2000 Trans Am. I can't remember the name of the shifter. I don't know what's. It's stock. It's a little shorter. It's a little shorter than the ones in my car. Must be a Trans Am thing. All right. Could drive this all day. Okay, left turn signal on. Back down in a second. Now, I know a lot of you, if you watched this video all the way through, then you're definitely an F-Body fan. I hope you like this car. Folks, you know, we all know that there's quite a bit of them out there. And most of them, you know, just 8 to 15 photographs and, you know, come by my car. The video you're about to see with the undercarriage, or it's available to see, it might not follow this one, but make sure you watch the undercarriage video because it's really something. The V8 mark is still underneath the engine. Just all the body panels are nice and red. There's no odd watermarks down there. I don't think this car's ever seen snow or rain or anything because, well, I could probably have seen rain at some point. But as far as winter weather, never. I'd know. I've owned many of these cars. This car is about the finest as you can get as far as condition-wise and low mileage-wise. And you don't necessarily want the 678-mile cars, folks, because those cars have been sitting forever. And unless somebody's started it once a week and just driven halfway around the block its whole life, which I doubt, you're going to run into problems with hoses and brake lines and fuel pumps and all that kind of old gas, all that stuff. 24,000 miles on the odometer, this thing, and it's been totally serviced. This is exactly how you want to find one of these cars. And I feel these should be the most expensive ones because you know you can get in it and drive it, and you know you can take it to car shows, and you can drive it halfway across the country because it just simply will run forever. So this is kind of a new car still. with a couple little bumps and bruises, which are so minor. Okay, thanks for listening to me. 702-818-1031. This is the one to get. If you're looking for a bunch of them, you like red, and you like this black leather interior, and this 6-speed, and the condition of this car, it's sick. We'll see you next time.